Yeah, when we get fish here at Salt, and in most restaurants that are a chef-driven restaurant as opposed to just a restaurant that has a bunch of cooks. You're going to get most of your meat and fish in some sort of a raw form. You're not going to necessarily get a side of beef. With fish, most likely you're going to get it with head on, skin on, and any butcher chef that's worth anything is going to know how to do that, or they're going to figure out real fast how to do that. So we get our fish in whole. We butcher it all here. And
do you go out and look at these things, or do you have somebody who brings it, picks it out, and brings it?
We don't actually go to the market. No, if I had to go to the market and pick out our fish, nothing would get done around here. If we had to pick out our fish and pick out our meat and pick out our produce, that would all be nice. And it's nice when they show that in magazines. Oh, look, Chef so-and-so went to, the farmer's market and picked out all these vegetables for the day. That's bullshit. And if that is real, then Chef so-and-so isn't really doing any cooking in the kitchen because he's spending all his time at the farmer's market or at the fish market, or there's just not enough time in the day. You trust your suppliers, and you have a very close relationship with your suppliers, so you trust them. They know what you want, they know what you expect. They know, like with our vendors, and our fish supplier, he knows what we like to cook, what we like to serve at our restaurant, the quality that we serve. So he'll only offer us the products that he knows that we're going to be interested in. It's just not realistic to think that you're going to the market every morning and picking out your fish, and going to the farmer's market and picking out your produce, and going to the butcher and saying, oh, I want this cut this way and that. And that's just not. If anyone tells you they're doing that, I think they're full of shit. And you have to pay people to do that, and if you're paying people to do that every day, you're not going to be in business for very long. Even the top guys, there's just no way. They have a very close relationship with their meat supplier, their fish supplier, their produce supplier. And there's a trust factor. And if they screw you, you'll dump them. If our fish guy sends us some crappy fish or a quality that we're not happy with, there's a lot of fish guys out there, and they know that. And you need to set that immediately. You need to. They need to know that you're checking all your stuff as soon as it gets delivered, because if you let it slide once, they'll try it again, and they'll do it again until you actually drop them or whatever. But you develop these relationships with these vendors, and what happens is you carry them on. When we left Bula, we carried our fish vendor with us and whatnot. And most chefs, when they leave one place to go to another place, they'll carry their vendors with them. So if a restaurant had a relationship with a certain meat guy for 20 years and a new chef comes in, most likely that chef's going to bring in his purveyors with him because they know him. They know what he wants, they know his style of cooking, they know what his expectations are, what his standards